Okay, so it's been a bit of a frustrating few weeks, especially with the whole epidemic that's going on right now. So I just want to let you guys know that, well, for me, everything's fine. You don't have to worry about that. And I do hope that whoever's watching this, that you guys are fine as well, and that you're all staying healthy and doing whatever you need to stay, healthy and sanitized and all that good stuff. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Rain, and this is just going to be a very quick update video, basically explaining what's going on. Because of everything that is going on, I don't know if it's my internet or if it's the game servers or it's both, but right now it's near impossible for me to play more than a match, more than 10 minutes in Modern Warfare. And it's really been slowing down whatever videos I want to do, like just stuff I want to record, but I can't. I can't even take clips and turn them into a montage because I just used whatever clips I had just now for my montage that's already out, so that's out of the water. I'm looking at making a mobile breakdown video, a second one for the Growl this time around, and I really had a lot of fun with the gun. There doesn't seem to be a bad combination of attachments that you can put on that gun. It is a bit of a slower firing weapon, but at the same time it still deals a good amount of damage and it still fires pretty quick, everything considered. But enough of that, that's going to be for the video that I will be working on. But unfortunately, I can only really record one match at a time, and I can't really I have to wait like half an hour or an hour, or who knows how long, until I jump back into a game and hey look, I'm not rubber banding anymore, I'm not facing desync. Warzone is completely out of the question. It's not because I don't like the mode, I don't even have enough time to tell you whether or not I like Warzone or not, because that's just how bad this rubber banding has been. I can't go into Warzone without rubber banding, I just can't. The moment I jump in, if the game freaks out, it just tosses me back and forth. You've seen the videos on Reddit and so on where people are speed stepping left and right. That's not speed hacks, that's just the internet and the server is trying to catch up with everyone that's on that server, and so it tries to throw people left and right to where the server thinks they should be. It's not a fun experience. It hasn't been a fun week, even though it should be. So yeah, what you're seeing on screen is more likely just a sneak peek into the some b-roll footage that I'll be using for the Growl mobile video. And I've really only been able to test out a loadout. I don't think I've been able to test out 2 so far. So I have enough footage for a third of the video, but now I have to record more. But I have to wait who knows how long until I get a good server or get a good game. And sometimes those two things don't happen at the same time, and I want to give you guys accurate information. I don't want to have just a bad match and say, oh, the attachments are bad, It's like, I can tell if it's too unwieldy, I can tell if it's too bad of a setup just from using it, but not just from my kill death ratio, and not just how I perform from a match. So if I do bad in one match with it, I'm going to say I'll take part of the blame of it, and then I'll go second match, I'll rethink my plan, I'll rethink my strategies, and then go from there and see whether or not the weapon fails me then. And if it does, then okay, I'll probably have to put blame on the gun. If it doesn't, then I can say, okay, you just have to play it this way, or it may take a little bit to get used to that setup. But for now, I can't do that. I can't go into 8 matches in a row and tell you, okay, this works, this doesn't, this works, this doesn't. I have to go one match and say, okay, this kind of worked, this kind of worked, and then I have to wait. And like with the first setup that I've done, I got 3 videos of it. My first video, for whatever reason, the audio didn't record, but I'm still going to use it. The second one, I got into like it's set 2/3 of a match, so there's like 2 minutes of footage in that one. And then my third game, which I got lucky to get into, worked until about halfway in, and then it just started to lag all over the place. So I can use half of that, and that's about it. And that's all for one setup. That's not counting the second setup or my preferred setup. So I'm kind of just dead in the water right now, waiting and hoping that the internet catches up. I checked the speed test on my side. The speed test in regards to the speeds seem to be perfectly fine. It's exactly what we're paying for. Yeah, sometimes a little more, a little less, but the less isn't going to be so bad that it's affecting my gaming. It hasn't, because obviously I've been getting good matches, just that it only lasts for a match and then it cuts out on the next match. The second part is that on the speed test you can tell, I can see the jitter rate, the jitter milliseconds, and in previous tests, before all this has started going, my jitters were always below 2%. They were always below 2 milliseconds. And then right now, I've had 1 or 2 readings that came out to 20, and I've had a few ratings that more or less average around to like 5 or 6. The 20 would definitely affect multiplayer, the 5 not so much, and especially not as often as it has been now. So I honestly don't know who to put blame on. I don't know whether it's the servers, or if it's the ISP, or if it's both. I honestly can't tell you. But I think this video's gone on long enough to just kind of give you an update as to what's going on. It's 6 minutes, so I have to figure out what I'm going to put in here for 6 minutes. And that will be it. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I'll see you guys as soon as I possibly can. Peace.